also, now would be a good time to save your file. Okay, and you want to save your file because you never know. This software is flaky, the computer is flaky, and it'll crash. Okay, and you hate to lose your data. It does some of its own incremental scanning, but you always want to save. Now, as we look at this file, we begin to see some of the problems that we talked about earlier, especially as they relate to those 90-degree surfaces. And as we look at this model, those are the areas where we see our holes. Okay. Now what we're going to do during this portion of the video, in this video, I'm going to show you how you can create additional families to fill in those holes. Okay. So in order to do that, what we want to do, we want to go back to scan mode. And you'll notice that this actually incrementally added a number here. And I have several approaches that I could do to this. I could do a 360 like this, right? Or I think it might make more sense to just do a series of single scans to capture those areas that I want. And so what I'm going to do, I'm going to rotate this, and that seems to be focused a little bit better. There. Okay. Now, the areas I want, so now I can go into single mode, and I'm going to rotate it around like that. I'm actually going to move this over a little bit like that. And there's some advantages of doing singles because you can really just take a look and capture, make sure things are set up the way that you want. Make sure that it's focused the way that you want. And now I'm going to start. And this will give us an opportunity to show also how we can align our objects. Okay, and I'm going to move this over here to B so that we're looking at that. And now it's going to capture this single scan. I'm going to pause it while it's doing that. And what I'll be able to do, I'll be able to use this scan to show you how it can be aligned with the scan family A. I'm going to go in here, and I'm going to delete scan family B, because that one's pretty useless to me. Now I want to come back to A, and what I want to do, we have two different families. We have A and C. We're now ready to move to the alignment phase, okay? And when we're aligning our scans, what we want to do, I want to align scan family A. So we open up the family, and what you want to do is that you want to find two scans that you can look at where you can see where there's some commonalities there. So I'm going to pull out A1 and A2 are close. So I'm going to pull A2 out of the family for a second. And when I do this, I get my alignment pins. Now you want to turn on your texture mode. And what you want to do, you want to look at both of your scans and see where you can find 3 good points on that object, okay? So here I've got point 1 there in the cheek. I'm going to try to pick points that are far apart. So I've got, let me go back here. And I've got this point right there. Oops. Add that to the cheek right there. It's going to zoom that in. I'm going to put that back right there. Close the line. It gives me another pin. You only have to align 3. The more you align, the more pins you add, the more accuracy you add to the scan. So I got that right there. I'm going to put that in the shoulder here. Okay. And now I'm going to try and find a pin that's far away, like down there in the foot. I like that one down there in the foot. See if I can find that one here. Yeah, do we get it? Right there in the foot, right there in the foot. I'm going to use that one. Yep. There. I'm going to put that one right there. And now I have a nice big triangle, right? Now I could add an additional one if I wanted to. And maybe I'll pull one from the hand over here. I've got this one right here, right? Ooh. And I'm going to be greedy here. Get one more right over here. And the more of these you add, the higher the level of accuracy in the alignment. Okay? And so here, we got those together like that. And now we're ready to attach the scans. And it goes through, and basically each one of those points are color coded, right? They take the coordinates for each one of those points and they match them together. And this is aligned to within 4 what? Thousandths of an inch. Is that close? Okay, so that's a line. Okay, that family is a line. So now I go up to close that off. Now I'm going to come over in here. Right, and let me go up here. And I have to look at these two. I want to align these two families. Now what I'm going to do, because I think I might get some nasty detritus in here, I want to go back. And in this case, what I'm going to do, I'm going to come over to this family, and I'm going to skip a step for a second. And I'm going to go into my trim mode, because it's going to help my alignment process if I do this. And it saves a backup of the model because I've gone into a new operation. And so now I'm in minus mode, and I'm in rectangular area. I'm going to select all of that. Hello. Oh, add, dummy. Okay, add that right there. I want to get rid of that because I think when if I do my alignment with all of that in there, it's just going to create a clean. It's easy to clean it up now before I do the alignment. And so you can see that you can do things out of order. Oops. Okay, I should be talking here, but I'm just trying to grab this stuff. As you can see, because I want to get rid of all of this detritus in the model. And I hit trim and it cuts all of that out. Cuts that out. And I can also use this right here to rub it out like that. Okay, and I'm going to trim all that out first. Okay, good. Now that I trim that out, and that's good. So that's nice and trimmed. So now what I can do now that I've done that, oops, I got this little part right here. Trim that out. And so now I can go back and I want to do my line. Go up. So now I have two different families, right? I have the 360 and I have the single. So let's find 3 points that we can use. Okay. Okay. We've got this hand right there, right? We got the shoulder right here. We got the middle of the chest, and we got the top of the shoulder there, and we got the bottom of the foot there. Let's see if we got that. Oh yeah, okay. The ones I want to use, I'm going to show you how I want to do this. I want this foot right there to correlate with that. To correlate with that foot right there. Okay.
Does it just automatically zoom in?
Yeah, once you, if you hit like a spot, I want to go this foot right over here. This foot right over here. Yes, it does. Once you drop it, it does. Because it wants you to be able to put it in the middle of that dot.
Right.
Okay. And now I can take this one right here, go, oops-a-daisy. I'm going to go here, and I'm going to go here like so. Okay, and I could add more, but I'm just going to go with these three, and because you only need three. Three is a minimum that you need, and look at that. It's sucked it all together. Okay, and that's aligned within. Let's look at this, and so you notice how we filled in that hole, a lot of that hole there, and a lot of the holes in the shoulder. Okay, and so now that these are together, let's go back, and you could also do like a refinement, which cleans up your alignment. And once I do this, I'm going to go back and I'm going to trim this out. And that's it. That's what you'll do during the first part. With that's all the work that I normally do in Scan Studio. And we'll go back and let's do our trim tools. No. The next step is to go into RapidWorks, and we do our fusing, our polishing, and then our output. But we're going to do. I don't want to overload folks with too much today. We're going to stop it right here. It's something that we can get done and work on now, and then on Monday, I'm going to show you how to. I'm going to show how to do the. And sometimes you can position this so that you can select a good portion of it. That. 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 I don't know if I want to keep that base underneath the foot there. I don't know if that's more trouble than it's worth. But I'll leave it for right now. That'll be a fun thing to show. There, we'll cut that all out. And we're not going to fuse it. We're going to do that in RapidWorks because it's so much better. But that's that right there. Okay. And so at this point, you could go in and you could do a file save your model, okay, and it's aligned and trimmed, okay. But I hope you saw how it doesn't matter, that you're free to change the orientation of your model as long as you have those alignment dots that you can use to refuse it back together again. Yes?
First family, all the scans will